Greetings, you all. How's everybody doing today? This is my Venus day, and Venus day is ruled by, it's a Friday day, and so on Venus day, I usually allow myself to go out and have like the food of my choice. And I do it because if I don't allow myself to eat what I want occasionally, it does something weird in my psyche. And so I get to go have tacos today. But I wanted to come and talk. I'm on the ground level in Los Angeles. I have been really wanting to kind of have commentary around this experience from a perspective of metaphysics and spirituality. And one of the things that I'm so aware of is that we as human beings do not clear out. We hold things, and nature cyclically releases things, gets rid of the old and offers in the new. And because we live in this culture that is so structured and so financially based, we don't follow natural order. So one of the things that I learned early on when I was really barely in my spiritual journey was that I had to pay my dues. I had to pay my dues. And so I used to do things like I would run marathons because I knew that I would either do something that was very hard and challenging and difficult. I could choose it. And I was okay, I'll choose a marathon. It's like the universe said, okay, what you want to do? You want to do something hard, or you're going to do something hard. You're going to do something hard because that is a part of nature and development. You're going to do something hard. Do you want that? Do you want to choose it, or do you want us to choose it? And I would be like, I will choose it. And I would run marathons, okay? Like I would run 26.2 miles because the price was high, and I would have to give my energy to something regularly and consistently that was difficult. That was the price for peace in my life, for abundance and expansion. I had to sacrifice something. And what I see here in the world that we're in right now, we don't sacrifice. We don't make sacrifices in the ways that the universe requires. And when you don't, you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay. Nature always wins. And you'll pay with your home. You'll pay with your child. I've seen it so many times. I've seen people not be willing to give up something because they don't want to experience what would be the pain of giving up, or the hardness or the struggle. And they hold on, and then the universe comes and says, well, since you can't choose, I'm going to have to choose for you. And you end up having to do the hard work anyway. You cannot escape this cycle that we're in. You cannot break yourself from it. And I have still had a lot of hard stuff because the dues that I had to pay were greater than what I even had. It was like, okay, you're going to run 26.2 miles, but there were other things that we have karma. And so I really have deep appreciation for, the people, well-wishing and all of that stuff. My home wasn't burned down. But what I know is that people lose things because there is order, and people are not in alignment with nature's order. So then nature has to come and course correct. And when nature comes to course correct, when you don't do it yourself, when nature does it, it's going to be a really high price. And I just think it's so important that we really understand how energy works so that we can be more prepared. We can be more participatory. We can be more active in our own creative experience. We can make choices, and we don't have to lose. I was watching this video of this very beautiful black man, Altadena. The fact that Altadena burned down, I have no words for it. The fact that Altadena burned down, I have no words for it. But I know Altadena burned down because people have not been doing their due diligence, their spiritual work, because we are a part of natural cycle. And if we are going to function, we cannot continue to function as if we are not a part of it. And people are talking about climate change. It's not climate change. That's not what it is. It's not climate change. It's disobedience. It's disobedience. It's ignorance. It's not climate change. And I don't care what the scientists say. It is because people are living in a disconnected way from the natural cycles, and you are not paying your dues. And when they come to collect, the price is higher than what you would want to pay if you would have paid it yourself, if you would have offered it up. So I think it's time for us to start having greater conversations, because this isn't just going on in Los Angeles. This is going on all around the country, because the United States of America, has not paid its dues. It has not paid its dues. As Black people, we're talking about reparations, but this is a part of the natural cycle that you take, but you give. You give. You can take, but you cannot take and take and take and take and take. So there are going to be more of these natural disasters everywhere, because the dues haven't been paid. The dues haven't been paid. And it's a spiritual thing. It's a metaphysical thing. And so now the universe will decide how we pay. So for those of you who are not ritualizing your lives and honoring the cycle in your life, I encourage you to start doing it. I encourage you to start paying your dues, because that is the only way that we are going to harmonize ourselves with the reality that we're in. You must honor it. You must really understand that you are a part of a greater thing. And if you're not functioning as you're meant to function, if you're not functioning in the way that the universe would have you to function, you will pay. You will pay. Nobody's here for free. Nobody's here for free. Nobody's here for free. And what's happening is that this capitalist culture is siphoning our energy of like payment. The culture has us thinking about money and working, but that's not where we need to pay. We're storing up our riches in land. You don't store up your riches in land, you store up your riches in heaven. We're not paying the creator. And it's not about money. It's not about money. It's about your purpose and you being in the fulfillment of it. And when you're not, you open yourself up for all manner of things. What would an example of paying your dues be? Like I said, when I was younger, I used to run marathons because I had to do hard things. And if I didn't do hard things would happen in my life that forced me to do hard things. It took me a while to learn the lesson. And so I ran marathons for several years to do something strenuous, to like give back the energy. I do ritual daily. I go to the ocean. I give flowers to the ocean. I speak to the sun. I give water to the trees. I talk to the tree. I'm very communal with my reality. I treat the earth with honor. I'm learning, right? Like, as I said, I'm learning how to do it, but I know that I must pay my dues. I must pay my dues. And I pray, I meditate, and I ask, what is it for me to do? And so a part of me paying my dues is being here, having these conversations with you all. This is a part of me paying my dues so that now you know, right? Like, I'm a servant. I am a mouthpiece for universal consciousness. Practice and daily ritual to our spirit is essential. That's right. And your spirit is connected to the earth spirit. You are a part of the earth. So it's different for everyone. I pay my dues the way that I do because I have a stellium in the 6th house, which is daily routine. So I pay a little bit every day. Now, if you have something else, it could be you do something. It's different for everybody, right? Like I would have to look at your chart to understand that. But you can source it yourself. You can sit down and talk to yourself and ask the God in you, how should I pay my dues? What is my offering? What is my offering? Look, you guys, I'm in one of these little Waymo cars. I love these little cars. I feel like I'm on a Disneyland ride. Because there's no driver. So you just ask, be curious, and write it down in a dream before you go to bed at night. Write it down. What's my offering to make? And when you wake up, if you remember a dream, write the dream down and see if it's in there. That's another way you can access it. You can get an Akashic reading from somebody, possibly. Have you not had a Moon Mama reading in a while? I would love to see you. But yeah, so it's time, y'all. The world is changing, and the universe is waking up. The mother of the mother is awakening, and she is no longer going to allow us to take from her and not give something back. Now, the thing is, we have not been taught that we need to give something back. So many of us don't know. We don't understand. Which is why when we have these devastating events, everybody's so sad. Like they don't have any power, like something happened to them. They created this because they're not paying their dues. So they had to pay. And like I said, our system is draining the energy that we would give to the universe. Like, paying taxes. Like the universe has taxes. It's just not money. But because our energy is like, I got to pay taxes, I got to pay this bill, that energy becomes your sacrificial energy. It becomes your offering. But that's not your offering. That's your offering to this matrix. That's your offering to the matrix. I'm talking about your offering to the Divine Mother, the earth, the consciousness, which is why Native people, before they would eat, they would bless their food. Before they would take from the earth, they would ask for permission. Like, all of this is a part of paying your dues. And we just don't do it. We just do not do it. And we must begin to do it. We must. All right, you all. That is it. Any questions? Any questions? Anybody? I don't think I have anything else. I'm going to take myself and have my Venus dinner. Okay, you all, pay your dues. Pay your dues. Start asking, what is mine to pay? What is mine to offer? And start making your offerings. And you will begin to feel a level of protection. Okay. Start making your offerings and you will begin to feel a level of protection. A level of protection that will support you in your daily life. You will be protected. Things will happen to others, but it will not happen to you because you have been making your offerings. You've been making your offerings to the mother. You don't come to the mother empty-handed. You don't come taking, expecting food and your bills paid and all that without offering anything. You must offer something in return. All right, y'all. Peace and blessings.